Hey guys, I'm Sarah and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm about to go get my horse so I can introduce her to you, and let's just get started. So like I mentioned, this is my first YouTube video, and I've always loved horses my whole life. So I wanted to make a YouTube to showcase that and just showcase a little bit of the relationship with my newest horse. I grew up riding. I got my first horse when I was in middle school, and I grew up riding and showing some quarter horses and thoroughbreds. And this is going to be my very first Dutch harness horse. And she's also my first rescue horse that I own. My first job out of college was training horses at a horse rescue, so I was able to get a little bit of experience. I wouldn't say I'm a huge expert by any means. I'm always looking to learn, and I know I have a lot to learn, but I'm really excited to work with this horse and see what she has to teach me. And if you guys are interested in seeing just your average horse person learning more about training and working with their personal horse, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe. All right, so this is Vhagar. She is my new 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old Dutch harness horse. I got her from a kill pen about 2 weeks ago, and I'm really excited to start working with her. So I'm gonna start grooming her, but I purchased her when I saw her on a video on Facebook on the Bowie Odawara page. And I just was so amazed with how well she moved. I'm going to insert a clip for you guys to see of what she looked like in the kill pen. But she is obviously skinny. She needs to gain some weight. It's the middle of winter, so I haven't been able to give her a bath. It's been too cold. We've had snow since I've got her, and today's actually the warmest day. But I just want to go ahead and groom her as best I can and give you guys a little look at her. So that's just a little bit more about me and Vhagar. I'm going to go ahead and finish grooming her and getting her ready to start working, and I'll tell you more about her as we get going. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and work Vhagar. Like I said, she's been with me for about 2 weeks since I picked her up in the Bowie kill pen, but she's still skinny. Our vet did clear her to start working. Our priority isn't to work her physically. We're not trying to burn a whole bunch of calories. We're just trying to stimulate her brain and make sure she's got a good foundation so that when she is fully back up to weight, she'll be ready to start really working, getting ready to be ridden and getting broken in, because she'll be 3 in April, so she's still really young, and we just want to build a good foundation. We just want to build the best foundation we can before we start introducing the saddle and riding. So this is just going to help us get on the right track. I'm all tangled. Okay. All right. I'm just going to have her lower her head before we start. I want her to be thinking about being relaxed and just having a good mindset. She recently learned about cookies, so she is having to learn that treats, you got to work for them. They're not just appearing out of nowhere. So I think she is pretty ready. We're just going to ask her to go, ask her to move her shoulder, and start lunging around me. She's got to sniff her poop. So I purchased Vhagar right at New Year's, literally on New Year's Eve, off a video online, because she moved beautifully. And I was just so starstruck when I saw her trot on the video. This skinny filly, but she is a registered KWPN, and she comes from some really good bloodlines. I'm really excited to see what her future entails. And right now, our biggest plans are getting her started under saddle in the spring, early summer. And I'm even considering taking her to the 3-year-old Kering, I believe that's how you pronounce it, for Dutch harness horses to get her full registration. She has potential to be registered pretty well, according to her breeder when I got in touch with him. So right now I'm just trying to get her to trot and maintain an even circle and an even pace. She's looking at the drone. So everything is pretty new to her as far as working on a lunge line, it seems. I can tell she did have a good foundation on leading and picking up her hooves, because that's not something I've really had to work on. It's really just been starting all the prep to get her under saddle. So she can be a little leery of that corner over there, so I'm just trying to encourage her to stay out a little bit more. And this is her first time working with a drone flying above, so it's a little bit intimidating for her, but it's okay. I want to expose her to as many things as possible while she is young and just get her prepared for a positive future. I'd really like to see this horse down the line in the dressage ring. Dressage was what I was learning and getting into right before my last horse passed away. And after he passed away, I chose not to purchase another horse, because I knew I would want to be having kids soon. And now I have a beautiful little girl whom I love so much. But now that she's getting closer to 2 years old, I'm feeling ready to get back into working with horses. And I honestly don't think I could have picked a better young horse out of the kill pen to get started with. Like I said, I have some experience training horses, and I have started young horses in the past. but I would not call myself a professional trainer. I have a lot to learn, and since I haven't really been around horses the last 3 years, I'm definitely rusty and out of practice. So this is also kind of my video log of relearning ponies. And it's been very beneficial to me to look back at videos before I started this YouTube channel, but just videos since day one when I purchased her, and just be able to critique myself and say, hey, you know, maybe you could do this better, or you could have done this differently. And that way I can give this horse the best start I can. So she's actually moving really nicely right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask her to stop. Whoa, whoa. So I'm really happy with how she was carrying herself at the end. She could have been moving her body a little bit better, but my priority first and foremost is to get her to be calm and to stop her from dipping in quite so much when she's lunging. And now that she got a little break, we're just gonna work on relaxing her. I'll ask her to lower her head. Watching some deer run over in the background. Ask her to lower her head again. And just try to get her to be below the withers. And this is just one way to help to let her body just start naturally relaxing on its own. So when I first brought her home, she was really pretty introverted, and I've been happy to see her personality really start to come out. A little bit more of babiness and just some spunk. So it's been fun to see her work. With lunging, the first couple times we tried lunging, when I would ask her to move her shoulder over to get started, she would rear up. Like, she just didn't know what to think about it. She wasn't malicious or anything, but just kind of like, oh my God. And so the thing I've been really proud of her for is she's learned that she doesn't need to rear up or kind of panic whenever it's time to go. She can just calmly walk off. So we're gonna go ahead and work her in the other direction and let you guys have another look. Oh. So going to the right, she tends to have more energy. This has been pretty consistent for her. She moves out more, and she's a little bit spunkier going to the right now. I did not say she's scared of shadows. I think it's because we're slightly downhill. Little downhill boosters. Boosters. Oh. This is the side that's more difficult. I think because she's still gaining weight, she doesn't have a lot of muscle buildup. That's mostly what she's lacking. Is she's lacking a top line. She's lacking muscle in her hip and neck. So part of me is wondering if, because she still needs to build up that muscle, if she tends to be spunkier going to the right because this inside hind leg just isn't as strong as her other hind leg. Like, if her right is weaker than her left. And so she's just trying to compensate for it at this point. So that's just something we'll have to work on, just strengthening her up as she's eating more and gaining weight. But our vet recommended that she just start training now so that she can work on building up her muscles. And just, we have her on a high protein diet. High protein diet and exercise, and so she can become a nice, strong young pony. But she's doing better. She's calming down. She's settling into it. Just looking for a good spot where I like how she's carrying herself. I like how she's moving. And then we're gonna ask her to come down and stop. And whoo. So it wasn't the most round circle, but that was a pretty even pace for her. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. But I'm really happy with how she's doing so far. We've got a long way to go and a lot of training to do, but she's a really sweet pony and she's really smart. She picks up things super quickly, which is extra exciting because aside from riding, I would really like to do some trick training with her. And I think she's going to be a really fun trick pony because she's got a super good brain and she picks up things really, really quickly. So I think she has potential to learn lots and lots of tricks. She's staring, that fence is like scary for some reason. So she is always staring at it, but she's getting used to it, and we're just gonna keep exposing her to new things and working together and getting to know each other. And I personally can't wait to see her fat and shiny summer bod because she's gonna be stunning when she's all filled out and she's got her slick summer coat. She's just gonna be the total rock star. But I'm really excited and I hope you guys are too and want to join us along for the ride. We'd love it if you'd hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys again next week. Bye.